Well, good afternoon, Ryker family. How is it going? Beautiful afternoon. I'm in a t-shirt and sun is shining. A little warm, not too bad. It's probably low 90s. Excuse me. A lot of dust blowing around, and that's the one thing on a bike, pedal bike, motorcycle. You're going to suck in a lot more air than in a car, in the air conditioning. But yeah, the conversation today is on how soft society has become, and not in the sense that everybody's feelings are getting hurt, and what they do is perfectly fine, but don't ever say anything to them that their feelings might get hurt. Not that soft. I'm saying soft as in people don't want to ride motorcycles. When I went to buy this, they were saying that motorcycle sales are down due to the new millennium style younger people don't want to get their hair messed up with a helmet, don't want to have to think ahead on the clothing to wear. They did polls and everything online, different manufacturers of motorcycles. And, it's more of they want to jump in a car, listen to the music, and have their phone accessible right there so they can text and drive and keep in touch with their buddies, as they're heading out to drink or wherever they're going out to eat. And, they don't want to have to anticipate bad weather or have more of clothing issues. Like say they might be nice and warm when they head to dinner, but leaving it might be cooler. Things like that. But just the way society has formed into being softer. They don't like pushing the limits. Their limits are a lot of them. Being that I like running and trail running, it's a whole new group of people out there. Not whole new, but whole unique group of people. They go to the gym and work out for a half hour, 45 minutes, more to improve their physique and their looks, more so than to socialize and do outdoor activities or things of that nature. Okay, hold on. We got a red light here. I am not going to babble through the red light here and bore you guys, since most of you here just to see the Ryker. Hold on. All right, red light's done. There's the Shell I normally get gas at, right over there. Alrighty. But yeah, it just seems, and I've watched a few podcasts or listened to a few podcasts about how today's society has gotten a lot softer, as in they want to drive in a car, the wind is not blowing on them, they have climate control, they want to work at a desk with climate control, they want to wear the nice stylish shoes and clothes, and to them that's a success. That's when you're successful. They could hate their jobs and hate work, going to work on Monday, so it ruins half their weekend. But to them, that's successful in other people's eyes, not theirs. But anyway, with the softness, with the cars, they want to drive in cars. That's why motorcycle sales are down. That's where I was heading. I'm sorry, went off on tangents there. They want to drive in cars, so motorcycle sales have dropped because that style of people where they just like to jump on a bike and take off, feel the freedom. They don't care about their hairstyle when they get out and pull the helmet off. They think ahead, be a little prepared, have a jacket, rain suit, whatever it might take to accomplish their ride wherever they're going. So that's why it's a unique breed of people that ride three-wheelers, four-wheel, motorcycles, bicycles, that venture out from that comfort zone of just let's jump in the car and turn the key. Hold on, another light. All right, quick light. You get outside your comfort zone. One of the podcasts, the guy said, the comfort zone is nice and comfortable, exactly what it is, but nothing grows there. The growth only happens when you step outside your comfort zone, when you explore into the unknown of your abilities. One reason why I like my running, I like pushing it to how will your body react when you hit this certain mileage? These next couple races coming up will push that. And weekends, Sundays are my long runs. How will your body react? Even though I've run 10, 11, 12 miles on it in a single day, no big deal. But depending on my nutrition, my rest, my activities before that, cutting the grass, work, maybe a pretty hard run on Friday, may affect it, because it's normally 2 days later that your muscles really feel it if you have ever worked out or whatever. If you're sore the next day, the second day you're going to be dying, just to let you know. So it all depends, and you can see how it reacts. That way when a race day comes or a long run comes with some buddies, you can anticipate on how your body feels. And you don't know these things unless you're out there and you've touched those zones of being uncomfortable in the unknown. You can think you know how it will react and you can plan it all out, but it may not work that way because you've never tested those waters. But all the way back on that subject of motorcycles sales down, because people don't want to come out of their comfort zone. That seems to be the new style or new age of people. They like the comfort, jump in the car, go buy a vehicle that looks nice to impress everybody else, instead of enjoying life themselves. Instead of doing things that makes themselves happy, they're trying to impress others. Facebook is a major example of that. They have to possess and push out the great life they have and to show everybody else. And it goes right over to the life. You buy these cars that most of them really don't need. They want them, and the wants are normally to impress others. And same with the clothes and your job position. It's all about pleasing others instead of pleasing yourself, where people have forgot that. Back in the late 70s, mid 80s, early 90s, that's what it was all about. I'm going to work, make my money. That's what you have to do to pay bills and all that. But when it's my time, I'm doing what I want to have fun, what I do to enjoy myself and surround myself around people that have that same interest, instead of trying to impress others you don't even know, don't even hang out with, but you want them to look at you with this image that you look at others with. So hopefully I didn't get too in-depth there and too crazy with the psychology area of the ride. But a little bit something different. But you guys can watch the Ryker, and I have been having no problems with this thing. Typical rattles, but it's been doing just fine. Coming up on this weekend, I keep saying it, I got to give it an oil change, but everything seems to come up, and my kids want to go to the pool and go swimming, and I got to get a run in, and by then, next thing I know, it's late Sunday afternoon, and towards the evening, we make dinner, hang out on the patio, and then you get ready for work, just like everybody else. But like I've said with these videos, it's not because I'm anything different than anybody else. A typical dad with family and work and same problems as everybody else. Let's see, you get paid, and let's go see what bills we can pay. So anyway, that's why a lot of the YouTube channels you watch, they try to, same as Facebook, show you a lifestyle or something that is desirable by everybody. And mine is just my normal commute, everyday Joe. That's it. And I've talked to you already before in some of my past videos, my activities are normally all outdoors. I do not watch sports at all, none. I do not sit in front of a TV and watch sports on weekends. I know when I go back to work on Monday, Tuesday, I hear people talking about NASCAR and football and baseball and basketball when I think it was the Final Fours came through and were played, and all these different ones, and I'm like, no, I was outside. I was making myself happy. I was feeling some freedom of being outside of an office. and having a good time, laughing and running and joking and doing things that I enjoy. Instead of sitting there watching TV and making somebody else millions of dollars by watching a network, and then you post a bunch of junk on Facebook about these athletes that are totally inconsiderate and this and that, and it starts a whole big blog and whole big news thing of what they did and how disrespectful they were, but yet you sit and watch the TV and waste your afternoon watching them. So I just don't understand that. That's just not my thinking. But that's it. This thing been going real good. You can't rotate the tires on these. I guess you could go from left to right on the front, but you can't go front to rear or anything like that. So if you got to make sure the front end is very aligned, right on the money, because if you start wearing one of the tires down, you can't really do nothing about it. I guess just switch it from left side to right side. My neck is kicked. Got a neck issue also. Dove into a pool and smashed my head on the bottom. It was too shallow when I was young. This was like 16 years old. Then about an hour later, after I get over that, scratch my chin and my chest and everything else where I hit the bottom, we walked across the street, went to the ocean, went to dive into some waves, and hit a sandbar square on my head. So needless to say, caused late effects as my age kicked in. Neck injury, not injury, but neck problems. It's very stiff, and the chiropractor and doctor that took a x-ray of it when I was having some neck pain said that it looked like a 70-year-old neck, 75-year-old neck, and I was like 40 at the time. And they were asking, what kind of trauma did you put to your head? Did you get in a wreck, a motorcycle wreck or something? I said, no, I think it was from a pool, when I dove in. So it just took a couple of years to take effect, but by about 40, 45, it was really starting to bother me. Now that I just turned 55, it definitely, I feel it every day. Roll out of bed, got to twist it around a little bit and move it and get it straight. The chiropractor definitely keeps it, she's more than just cracking your neck and that's it. Keeps the muscles loose and twists it, make sure everything stays limber in there, and I don't get a lot of buildup and tightness in the neck, especially at the base of the skull. Anyway, that's it. A little bit about me. I know a lot of it is more personal than you really care about, and you probably don't want to listen to any kind of psychology like I just did, but like I said, this is just an everyday drive, and I just like to talk to you guys. And please comment below if you have any input on it, especially on today's society. It's a joke, and being that I have a 17-year-old, I see it fully. Oh, another bicycle ride. That's the second one today. That's awesome. I love seeing people get out and ride and just use their body. It's meant to move, not from the house to the car. It's meant to get out there and move and keep limber, because as you get older, it doesn't take much for you to lose all that mobility and energy. Like I said, I'm 55, and I see my friends that are 50 or even less, 45, and they are, it is, and they even know it. It's not like I'm picking on anybody. They even say, I can't believe how quick it caught up to me, and now they're having such a struggle to get more mobile or more athletic or adventurous, back outside, even to just go hiking. So it's so much harder to get back into shape than it is to stay in shape or mobile. So remember that. If you think that, you're having difficulty staying mobile, if you stop, it's going to be 10 times worse to get back mobile. Like if you like to go hiking or walking or camping, little things like that. People don't go camping because it's too difficult to get out of the camp chairs or up off the ground, or, a lot of them pull fifth wheels that I work with. They have to have these big giant things, and they all compete who has the bigger one and nicer one and bigger outdoor kitchens. So to me, that's not camping. That's dragging your house with you, because most of those are nicer than my house. Yeah, so it's definitely harder to get back into shape. I took 2 months off during the winter from running, and it took me probably 2 to 3 months to get back to where I was satisfied with my running. And yeah, I'm pushing harder than I really need to. I could probably just run 3 times a week at a moderate pace, and then maybe a long run on the weekend. But I'm trying to meet, a specific goal of mine. Not that I'm going to win races, but I want it to be easier for me. I don't want to run a race, and we're not talking a 5K. That's like a sprint. You go home and you start your day. You're home by 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. At night, in the morning. Alrighty. I am coming up on my neighborhood down here at the bottom of the hill, so I'm going to cut it short. I don't want to bore you guys with this road coming down here. And if I upset you with some of the things I said, I'm sorry. But like I said, it's just my opinion. I'm not a professional. It's not right, wrong, whatever. It's just my opinion. And everybody should be able to voice that and not get their feelings hurt. So, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot for watching, and see ya.